cold is it?
Too cold to vlog. So, yesterday was a complete write-off. It's about -8 degrees. Our phone was telling us it felt like -13, which again, it is about that today as well.
But the wind's gone.
Yeah, there's no wind now, so that's a relief. And then, so yesterday we went to the shops and we bought these little buffs. Purely because it's so cold. My scarf wasn't doing anything. I was freezing. Today we're heading out to the Museum of Military. Today we're heading out to the Military Museum of Glory. So we've just come out of the Gomel Military Museum of Glory. Unfortunately, can't film in there. It's kind of understandable, but it's probably one of the most well-presented museums we've ever been to. It really tells a story through everything they have in there, and nearly all of it is in English, which is nice, a big difference. Usually it's very hard to find stuff in English around here. If you want to see the other side of World War II, or the Soviet side of it, it's definitely worth going to, especially for the price that we paid. We paid like $2.50 Australian each. It's super cheap for what it is. So yeah, definitely visit that one. Cold. It's very cold. We got our train tickets to Brest from Gomel. Train tickets for the whole cabin, first class, was like 39 rubles each. So cheap for the whole cabin as well. So we're heading down to Gomel Park, which is their main park here. It's huge, but I thought I would tell you about our Airbnb host before we get to the park. So this lovely lady called Zina is our Airbnb host on the desk, and she also, on our first day, she decided to help us with getting our migration cards. Each time you go to a new city in Belarus, you need to get a migration card and you need to pay for it. So that's something to look out for if you do come here. So Zina doesn't speak any English, so we had to use a lot of Google Translate to get to find out what we needed to do. And then she took us to the migration office, and they didn't speak any English either, which made it even worse. And then Zina and I think it's the police commissioner, were sorting out the migration things, and obviously Zina didn't agree with what was going on, and it was like a heated argument between the police commissioner and Zina. But in the end, we got our migration cards. It cost us 26 rubles, I think.
28 in total in the end.
Yeah, it cost us 28 rubles each, just to move to a different city in Belarus, which is a bit of a pain. So each time you go to a new city in Belarus, if you're there for more than 5 days, you have to pay again. It's a little bit annoying, but it's not that expensive, so it's cheaper than a visa. And when you do move to a different city, technically you're not even considered a tourist. You're a private traveller. Oh, what are you?
Guest.
Oh yeah, you're a private guest of the host or the Airbnb or the hotel. So everything changes if you move cities. It's really awkward. So we think Zina took on the role of private guest a little too seriously. She took us to this park, or Park Gomel, and she wanted to get a bus there. She was a bit older, so it's understandable. She would not let us pay for the ticket. She was like, no, I have tickets, I'll pay.
In Russian.
Yeah, in Russian. So we got a bus to the park. We walked around the park for a bit. She told us a bit about the history and how wonderful it is. And then she said, we're going back to her house. So we were like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. She brought out this brand new box of chocolates. She brought out all this magnificent fruit for us, had different types of teas. She brought out syrups and everything. She was like, eat it, eat it, eat it. She's just so generous. And then we started talking about the differences between our country and her country and all of that. A pension here in Belarus is only 200 euros a month. So that's what she's got to live off of. She relies a bit on her family. She's quite a bit older, but she was just so nice. She was so generous about it all. The observation point, or the observation tower, only cost us 2 ruble 20 to get up. 2 ruble 20 per person. So cheap to come to one of the highest vantage points in all of Gomel to look out of. It's incredible. One place you have to eat at, have to go there. It's called Backi or Backi, B-A-C-K-I. Basically it's buffet style, kind of like Lido in Eastern Europe, but they make the best pizzas ever. The best, don't you reckon?
Yeah, but also how much?
5 ruble 90. Can't go wrong. But there's a wide variety of other stuff. There's salads, there's lots of meats, some soups, desserts, and they've got a bar for drinks.